Hi, everybody. Okay, so I know it's Sunday and I usually take a break today, but I've been watching a lot of Retro Bolt episodes. And I've been having a couple thoughts and it's changed my mind on a couple things. So I want to talk about it here. Okay. So I guess I'm going to talk about couples as the first topic, theme, and then go from there. Okay, so I've been watching episodes 66, 11, and a little bit forward. I think I stopped on 66, 13. Okay, so this was when Wyatt was around, and Quinn, and Liam, and Steffi, and Hope, and the whole thing. Okay, and I think this is key for me because I came in here late, as I say. And I didn't know anything about the characters. I didn't know the bonds. I didn't know anything. So I was reading it literally. It was like watching a movie and reading it and going, oh, okay, this character's like this character's like that. Okay, this character's shady. This seems mean, seems whatever, right? Blank slate. Well, um, going back to these episodes, and I'm sorry, I don't know what year this is because, as I discussed before, sometimes they give episode numbers and sometimes they give the year, but sometimes they don't give you both. So I don't have an idea. But it's also around the time that Katie had Will. Katie had just had Will, and she went through postpartum depression and then said that Bill should be with Brooke because she couldn't be with him anymore or whatever. And then Bill went on to cheat on her with Brooke and then say, well, you told me to do it. Okay, so that's going on there. And then Steffi and Liam are still married, but she wants a divorce just out of the blue. And I was trying to put it together. I was like, what? Why would she want a divorce? And I finally put it together. It didn't take that long. But remember, I told you that in the last episode I watched, which I did a video on, this was the arc of the miscarriage storyline. Okay, so Steffi has it in her head that because she can't provide a son or a child to Liam, it's better for her to leave and give him a divorce. And then maybe, and she says, Hope will provide the child for him. What? Okay. So if this is the case, then everything I said about Liam and the whole thing is just erroneous because here I am thinking Liam is a waffler. Well, honey, Steffi, you started it. You're the one who broke up with him, and because you had a miscarriage, and because you think that you have to provide a child for him, and because in your head you don't think you can, you're just gonna like give him to Hope. And meanwhile, Hope, honey, maybe don't make yourself so available and be like, yeah, okay, I'll wait. What the? This is how they wrote women back in the day? Jesus. Okay. And then, okay. So then, of course, we're getting into the storyline where, okay, Liam goes to Paris to talk to Steffi and try to talk some sense into her, whatever, right? And get to the bottom of it. So then, of course, that leaves the door open for anybody to maybe pursue Hope because they could see her as unattached, therefore available, therefore on the market, if you will. You know what I mean? Like they used to say, you're on the market, off the market. Don't send me hate. But Okay, so they set up the whole thing so that she could get with Wyatt. And meanwhile, Darren Brooks isn't so bad, so I wouldn't complain. Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're basically gonna bust up a marriage because of some stupid ideology you have, and you're just gonna hand him over to somebody else. But yet, 20 years later, or whenever this is, you're gonna be like, oh well, he chose Hope over me. No, he did not. You forced his hand. I no longer have something to bring you, sweetheart. And meanwhile, you got the good one, Finn, apparently, the doctor who doesn't do anything. So kudos. Okay. Okay. Also, I want to touch on something else, which this wasn't really a Brooke centric episode, except for the fact that Katie was mad at her because she said, which I agree with, just because I said you could be with my husband doesn't mean you actually could. And you should have known that because we're sisters and I was going through postpartum depression, which means I wasn't really thinking in the correct way. I agree with all that. Okay. But what I'm talking about here, the thing I want to focus on is the fact that when they started the soap opera, and Brooke was a teenager and she was always good looking and she always had a man. She just always did. She also had a backbone. Where has that gone? Because now she just, like, whenever Ridge says something, she just agrees with it. She just says, oh, yeah, you're the smartest person. You're the best guy I ever know. Yeah. Okay. For all you men out there who like women like that, first of all, excuse me. Second of all, if you're waiting for that from me, you're going to be waiting a long time, sweetheart, because that ain't happening. I am not going to be the one that just agrees with you to agree with you. Now, if I do, I will. But I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, you're the smartest. No way. That's a no go. I'm not doing it. So I don't know. But I'm starting to see the parallels from way back till now. And I'm like, what happened here? Just a note. All right, bye guys.